I got you, people. I've been around for a while because I've been busy, doing my own personal things, taking care of my personal things that I think I neglected, my personal hobbies and things that I do. But anyway, I still got to keep busy, work, things like that. My hustle, I do things here and there. I don't let anything stop me, because there's sacrifices to make. Everybody's got to make sacrifices to make things work. And, the country's not doing so good, man. All these problems going on all over the world, especially with America involved. I don't understand why America keeps on getting involved in things that they know they can't do nothing to America, man. America, is either getting wimpy or getting sissy, that everything somebody says, they get a tantrum and they want to destroy. People want to blow them up. I don't know, man. We got short few out there that, they need anger management. I think America's going through some anger management. Every time somebody says something, you want to go to war, you want to bomb the country, things like that. We need to take care of this country, man. I mean, the right way. What happened to when America was great on its own, man, without the government getting involved? I mean, the people was building, manufacturing, things like that, but everybody left because the government was the one that messed the country itself up. You're into history. America was the one that drove big businesses out of America itself. And they sold out. They went to other countries, opened business land. They just got rid of it, and now we just own the labels, the brand. But everything that you need comes from another country. The parts of that brand comes out from another country. It's not American made anymore. And Americans got talented, man. They got talent. They build stuff, and the only thing they got all these things that they sell, especially if you're into automotive, whatever you're into. People make their own kits or thing. I don't think they patent or copyright things like that. And they're not going through the government, because the government always got some kind of a bureaucracy tape that you gotta follow and pay insurance and patents and all kinds of things that you gotta follow, codes, government codes and things like that. And every day is something new. People are getting tired of this. That's why I say, nobody should be buying any new cars. The cars that we get here, they're not even made in America. All the parts come from America itself, and the people that are here on the land that could produce these cars, they all out of seas. Every car you have, the parts are not from the country, they're out. So why are we fighting countries that we know we gotta buy from them and import it in here? Why doesn't the government make a policy that allows its people, its country to produce for itself and sell out, export like we used to do, right? Like everybody used to buy all things from America, right? Everything American made was good. It was top line. Everybody knows it's not American made. People didn't want it. But now, no, everything is foreign made coming into the country. And then we fight with these countries. But we need their parts. We need their supplies. Things gotta stop. And, the exchange, the trade is messed up. Gas prices are still up. Everything is still up, But people always find a way to get around these things. That's why I say no matter if you need it, you have to pay for it. That's the bottom line. If you want something, you have to pay for it. Nothing gets done here in America if you're not paying for it or they're not charging you. If they're not charging you, it's not worth anything. It's like it's cheap and you can't complain about it. Not if you pay for something, your service is guaranteed because you pay for it and you value that service. That's right. But when everything is free handed to you, nobody cares and you can't complain about it because you didn't pay for that service. It was given to you, so you have no right to complain about that. That's why I say people shouldn't always live in handouts. Only if you need it and use it to progress yourself and excel, right, and do better. Not to keep yourself down and then complain that you're stuck in the system, but you put yourself on the system and now you can't get out, or you don't want to get out because you're afraid that if you get out, you lose everything. That you don't have to work for. You don't have to sweat blood and tears for that. You don't have to make no sacrifice. For those people, it's easy, and they just like it like that. But that's why the people that go out and all that, they understand. They don't want to just deal with other people that are living like that on the system, and then they think that they're arrogant, that they're stingy, or they, that I don't want to say the word, but you understand what I'm trying to say there, right? But it's not that you full of things, it's that you understand that you can't deal with these people. These people think differently than what you do. You want to excel, you want to progress, and these people don't want to do none of those things. So you can't help these people out. So things like that. And I'm also in the market, but I haven't spent money on the market for a while because I invest in companies that pay me, to be on their company. And that's how it should be. If you into any type of business and you invest your money, you should be getting some return. Like if you put money in your savings account and the bank uses your money, they should give you something back, but they don't. So that's why it's only right for you to invest in places that's gonna give you some return. So I only buy stocks that's gonna pay me dividends for me investing in a company. So it's no use for me investing in a company that's not gonna pay me for my services. Because I'm giving them my services, lending them my money, investing in their product and their company and what they're trying to do. And if they excel, I'll like them to appreciate me. It's like if you work for a company or business and you're doing work and you make things happen, they should give you some type of increase or promotion and things like that, but they don't. Right? They promote you without no income increase, right? They keep you in the bottom. That's how it is. You be a supervisor with the same pay as a regular employee, but you gotta do all these tasks, look out for them, make sure everything is done on the floor, the orders are being ordered, they're being checked, they're being restocked, things like that. So there's no use of getting promoted without the pay rate of that promotion, right? Everything's got to match. If you be a supervisor, you be getting paid as a supervisor. If you're an employee, you get paid as an employee. Employees are at the bottom of the company. That's it. An employee is nothing. You're there just to stock things up and rearrange stuff and fill an empty space. That's all you're there for, to stock and restock the items. So, you can't complain as much. If you want to excel, you have to learn things that's going to be, useful for a company or business. So like that, they could put you in a position where you could earn more money. But even with that, you're not going to get to the top. You're never going to reach CEO level because you're still an employee with promotion or higher level than the CEO or executive officers. So that's why I always tell people, you got to learn a skill in case anything happens. You could do things on your own. You can't always depend on employees. That's why when people graduate every year, there's not enough jobs for these people graduating every year. There's not enough jobs. There's not another, because in order for you to get paid, you need a business person who's going to open a business that's going to need your services, and you're going to agree to their terms of payment, of wages, you're not going to have a job. Or this person that wants to open a business are not going to hire you. They're going to go somewhere else, another country, and look for people that are willing to work for whatever money this owner, the employer, can pay you. And that's how it is. You could complain all you want. The employer is king in that particular role in business. But you're just an employee. You believe beneath everything and everybody. You come and go. All employees come and go. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing how you're going to fight it. The employee's got to protect his business, and he lets you go for whatever reason, and there's no law against that. He can let anybody go at any time for any kind of reason. It's not because he dislikes you or anything. He feels that, you're not profitable for his business. He don't need you anymore. You're not suitable for the job, but for whatever reason, he can let you go. And it's simple. There's nothing you can do about that. I know if I own a business and people are going to be striking and stopping my workflow of my business, I fire all of them. I don't care what they say. You don't want to work? Don't stop my business. Well, go somewhere and find another job somewhere else, but leave my business alone. I just hire new people or whatever. Whoever wants to work gets the job. That's how it goes, And if you agree with the pay, that's it. That's why a lot of people, they come from other countries, they come here they always get the jobs. Why? Because they work for whatever hour, whatever days, and whatever salary to start. And what you see them, once they progress, you see them opening their own business. You know, that's how these people do it. But people here in America are getting too settled, too relaxed, and they just don't want to work anymore. Like when you got a generational of races that been here and they work and they see how the government has treated them, and they just don't want to hear it no more. They're about to just lay back, let somebody else work, and they want to just get their handouts or whatever they can, and then back and enjoy life. And I don't blame them like that, you know, because life is hard. If I came to this country and I did all that and I don't get nothing back, I'm gonna be thinking and I'm gonna be spreading the message that it's not worth working all your life to get nothing back that you can enjoy while other people come here and enjoy your fruit of your labor. But anyway, people, with that, I'll let you go and you think about that.